Donald Trump in his own words. Let's bring in political analyst Sean Pittman and Steve Litz, who's a political reporter for our WTVJ affiliate here in Miami. Thanks so much for being with us, both of you, on a Saturday morning. Let me start, Sean, let me start with you. How much of what we're seeing do you think is driven by Donald Trump's rhetoric?
Well, I mean, I don't want to oversimplify it, right? Yeah. I mean, and let's talk about the things that we're pretending not to know here, right? We're pretending not to know that we're in America. And it's difficult to be in America because we have something Steve called the First Amendment that tells you that I could say something at the top of my voice that you might loathe, and you can say something at the top of your voice that I might loathe. Donald Trump has a right to the First Amendment as well. But here's the thing. What is this responsibility for that, right? Here's where he has to show us whether he's presidential or not, right? He's shown us that he can anger people. I mean, people out of high school can't get the same jobs they used to get. They can't support their families. They can't send their kids to college. They're angry about that. So what's his responsibility for that? Can he bring those people down and make them feel comfortable? I mean, I think that's where we are right now. And the other thing that we have to really consider is if he can get a crowd of people like that, Steve, if he can make a crowd of people like that angry enough that they're willing to fight, what will he do to the countries that hate the United States if he's president of the United States? Will they decide that they just want to fight? He's a tough guy, and people are responding to that. But what's his responsibility for that, Kate?
How does all of this impact Florida? I mean, we're sitting here in Miami. We got a huge vote here on Tuesday. It's make or break for Marco Rubio, really. And we just heard him so frustrated and saying he's not even sure he can support Donald Trump if he's the eventual nominee.
Well, Florida is obviously important, and you see some games going on that aren't a part of the original script, right? I mean, you see people campaigning in Florida who don't have a chance at winning.
Ted Cruz.
You see people, exactly. You see people attacking other candidates who don't have a chance at winning in Florida. So there's some things going on here, some outlining things that aren't being talked about. Well, listen. If Rubio doesn't win Florida, it's unfortunate for him. There's been a lot of votes cast early, and you would think that that helps Marco Rubio, Steve, but it might hurt him because how many of those votes are for Jeb Bush?
So good to have you guys with us, Sean Pittman and Steve Litz. Thanks so much for being here on a Saturday morning. Go get a cafecito or something, right?